Rahu possessed no form of its own. It was more like a spirit than a living creature.
What? No form? That doesn't make any sense. We saw it. It looked like a custom Robo.
I'll explain that later. Let me continue, though. Originally, Rahu was invisible, formless, but still physical, still capable of inflicting damage. It was a ghost!
Ooh.
We couldn't see it, but it was a real creature and it evolved rapidly.
Evolved?
Not the traditional sense, but yes, that's correct. Rahu has two fundamental behaviors. The first is to acquire new targets, in this case, us. Once it identifies its prey, Rahu destroys it swiftly and utterly. It appropriates any useful abilities its victim possessed, anything it has not encountered before. Then, like a, what the fuck? Chrysalis, okay. It goes dormant, awakens with new skills, and continues its hunt. So,
Chrysalis is the pod that caterpillars go into to go through metamorphosis.
Okay, that makes sense. So basically, it kills and learns and then evolves.
Yep. Metamorphosis. I guess it really is evolving.
So what you're saying is that it targets a creature with abilities it doesn't have and steals it. Then it turns into a pupa, rests for a bit, and changes into an even scarier monster?
Yeah, that's just about the size of it.
That's just a secondary behavior, though. Its primary function is to annihilate every living thing. Ooh, fuck.
So it's invisible, it can learn to do everything we can do, and all it wants is to kill everything?
Right.
So what can we do? I mean, other than just roll over and die? How did they stop it hundreds of years ago when it was running amok?
Custom Robos. It was because of custom Robos they were able to defeat Rahu.
Custom Robos?
Yep. Yes, back then custom Robos were nothing more but children's toys, like robotic action figures, like video games. Video games are going to save the world.
Okay.
It may sound strange, but even now there's much we don't know about custom Robos. Rahu's destructive rampage was at its peak. We were all but extinct. Then suddenly Rahu targeted a young child's... I'm gonna learn from this tiny child's toy. I'm gonna evolve.
I'll learn its abilities.
Yep. Targeted a young child's Robo toy. Then something inexplicable happened. Rahu merged with the Robo, melded itself with the Robo.
That's weird. Why did it do that?
I'm not sure. Some people think there's a connection between Rahu and the custom Robo.
It almost sounds like Rahu did a dive into that custom Robo and, I don't know, got stuck or something.
That's why Rahu looks the way it does. That's why we can even see it in the first place.
That's correct. Now that our enemy was visible, we had a chance to fight back, and we seized it. The government remodeled the custom Robos as weapons to battle Rahu's new Robo form. Finally, after many grueling battles, we defeated Rahu. Actually, let me correct myself. We didn't defeat it, we were able to trigger its dormant cycle. Dormant Rahu had no new information to assimilate, and so it didn't evolve until awakened. We couldn't destroy Rahu, but instead we bought ourselves some time.
So that's the rest of the story. We didn't know, but wait. So basically the story is Megabots defeated Rahu, the all-consuming mass.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's a little funny? Rahu was capable of destroying the entire world. We stopped it with a child's toy?
I know what you're thinking. Rahu couldn't be stopped simply with the custom Robo. There was something else, a device designed to stop Rahu by targeting his Robo systems.
A device?
Sergei, why should we trust you? Remember the Z Syndicate now, and a traitor! Even if you're telling the truth, why does it matter? What's your point?
Fuck you, Roy.
Yeah, he's dead.
You're right. It doesn't matter. Let me ask you, Roy. When did you first find out about Rahu's attack?
Why are you suddenly... I first learned the truth when I became a Class S commander.
How about you, Captain Mira?
It was the same. I didn't know a thing until I was promoted.
Don't you think that's odd?
What?
This is the single most significant and traumatic event in human history, and no one knows.
That's all I'm saying, man. It's classified knowledge. The government dictates who should and should not know.
But how can they stop the survivors from passing on these stories to their children?
The people respect the word of the government. They know it was confidential.
It's like the movie The Village, basically. Do you actually believe that the government has the power to silence such a terrible thing? Do you think of any other reason why no one ever talked about this horrific event?
It does seem difficult to imagine. So many years have passed and nobody knew the full scope of it. Even becoming a Class S commander didn't explain everything.
The reason this is such a well-kept secret is not because the survivors chose to keep it secret. It's because their memories were wiped clean. It's a secret because no one was allowed to remember.
What? Oh, for crying out! Look, this is all starting to get real confusing.
Yeah,
here.
fucking is, Harry.
What you're saying is that everyone, and I mean everyone, forgot about Rahu entirely?
that's correct.
That's impossible. What could possibly make everyone just forget about this all at once?
Oh, nothing could make that happen. Naturally.
Are you saying someone devised a way to erase every living human's memory?
He kind of faded off at the end.
Entirely?
Yes. The engineers of this foolish plan wanted to erase everyone's memories and plant false ones. Our government carried out this plan hundreds of years ago once the dome was complete.
What?
The government found a way to make everyone forget about Rahu?
Yes. The world exists entirely within this dome. Outside the dome, there is nothing. We're always thinking that this dome is a true home where we will live and die. That is the great life. The memory implant told us all that this dome contained mankind's entire world.
But why?
Rahu will awaken. It is inevitable. Could you live a normal life knowing Rahu would return?
Never knowing when, I see. It would give us a sense of security even if it was just a lie.
But how is that possible? What could possibly erase everyone's memory like that?
You enjoying the visual novel?
It's great. It's really good. It's a really good one.
I don't know, but they did it. They made a device that could erase everyone's memory.
I can't believe it. I'm sure we would have heard something like that. Heard of something like that.
Captain Mirror, I've already told you. There are some things not even class S commanders have been told.
How do we know you didn't make the whole story up? Shut up, Roy.
Why would he? I suppose you have no evidence except that one of these devices still exists to this very day.
Really? Where is it?
I got it!
Harry, do you?
It's the lab, the Custom Robo Research Lab. That's why the Z Syndicate was there.
You're right. You're the man, Harry.
No, it's not one.
Oh, now it looks like a shit. Dots.
I thought so. Harry's not that smart. There's no way he could have figured it out before me.
that is accurate. So where is it?
Squid. Your father's watch, that's the device that can erase people's memories. You've had it all along! What? Squid's watch?
That's why Z's leader said something about defeating Rahu with Squid's watch.
I see. The device was used to defeat Rahu was the one that could erase people's memories.
Yes, hundreds of years ago, that very device helped us defeat Rahu.
Sergey, why did Squid have it? How did someone like that wind up with him? What was Squid's father like?
He was a distinguished scientist, one of the highest-ranking officials in the government. That was why he was told the truth. We all live with false memories implanted by the government. When he learned that people had been deprived of the truth for so long, he began to have doubts. He questioned the ethics of the plan, and he knew that Rahu would rise once again. Marcia, my leader told me where your powers came from. It was a result of the erasure, a side effect. Right now, every aspect of the brain's development is controlled. The side effect was unexpected. Nobody realized that the dramatic change in environment and the memory blocks and implants will generate this effect. No one could explain what exactly created Marcia's powers. Marcia, your power is born from the tragedy humans suffered hundreds of years ago.
Dots. Second save.
In one conversation.
Yep.
Lots of words. Let's get back to the subject. You said the dots.
Oh, fuck.
You said the Squid's father had doubts about the false memories.
Is he the only one in the government who felt this way? He must have been something.
He was. He stole the only remaining model of the memory erasure device. He escaped the outside world with several of his colleagues.
I'm sure the government must have been quick to send someone after them.
Yes. The government soldiers had one goal, to retrieve the memory erasure device. They searched all over the outside world for him, but he was always one step ahead. Instead of taking the device with him into exile, he hid it inside the domed city itself. He reconfigured it into a watch that no one would be able to identify it.
And then he gave that watch to Squid.
Yes, to the one person he could trust, someone who didn't know the power of the object he held.
And that's when your leader formed the Zeke Syndicate.
And all this time, Z Syndicate's goal had actually been to inform the people of the truth. That's bullshit.
It was at first. He wanted people to know the truth, to prepare themselves in case Rahu did attack again. But as time passed, he began to worry to doubt himself. He began to worry that informing everyone the truth would only trigger mass panic. He realized that it might be the best to find a way to stop Rahu without having people know. That was the moment when my leader formed a syndicate made up of the strongest fighters.
Strong fighters, and that's when he recruited you?
I wanted to save this ruined world. In order to do that, I knew I'd have to help him. He told me he needed someone to support him, no matter how insane his orders might seem.
But you could have told Marcia before he left. You owed her at least that much, didn't you?
To be honest, I had planned on leaving Marcia before I met your father. dick.
Give me a hug.
My sister would do anything I told her. If I had stayed, she would never have left my shadow. It was unacceptable, unthinkable. I wanted her to think for herself, to grow into the commander she is. I thought that if I weren't around, she would have the opportunity she needed to think for herself. That's why I left the way I did. I always watched over her. I would have come to her aid in a second if she were ever in danger. I left even though I knew I ran the risk of alienating her, of making her hate me for leaving her.
That's... Sergey, I've learned something. My partner's taught me something more valuable than I ever realized. Just press all your memories deep down and forget about them. Spoiling someone isn't love. Sometimes you need to be strict in order to be compassionate. Like Harry. That's when I figured it out. That's when I knew my older brother still cared about me. That's when he still loved me, and I wondered if I wasn't... Oh, fuck. And I wondered if that wasn't why you had left me in the first place. It helped me to understand, and that's why I still love you.
Oh my god, there's so much reading.
Thank you, Sergey.
I don't care about your personal bullshit. You've grown so strong, Marcia.
The more I hear about this, the more complicated the situation gets.
I agree.
Still, after hearing all that, it sounds like Z formed in order to help out mankind. What about old Boro? That guy wanted Rahu for himself.
When our leader grew ill, Boro and Eliza made a grab for power. That's when it began to crumble. The more they knew about Rahu's amazing powers, the more they wanted to possess it. They'd forgotten our leader's goals, and they planned such foolishness as diving into it.
I guess there's always one selfish sicko in every group.
Harry.
Yep.
I acted as Oboro's subordinate while looking for a chance to strike back.
Lots
of dots.
Lots of dots.
But wait, why was Eliza at the lab? Did it have something to do with Rahu?
Well, Boro and Eliza knew that the memory erasure device was the key to destroying Rahu. They didn't know our leader had already stolen it. He was never sure he could trust them. Smart move! They wanted that device so they could tame Rahu for their own ends instead of destroying it. That's bullshit. Eliza must have thought that because the Robo research lab would have such a device. That's why she attacked the lab.
See? This is what I thought. Eliza thought the device was at the research lab. I am smart. I think just like the Z Syndicate's leaders.
It simply shows how flawed her thinking truly is. Oh, Roy.
You've spoken long enough. Squid, may I borrow your watch? I have a chip your father gave me. I'm going to insert it into your watch now. Once I've inserted into the chip, the watch's memory erasure functions will be restored. No.
Nah. Just do it. I understand. I'll give you my watch. Thank you. Oh, it's her.
Thank you. Please wait while I insert the chip. We can go back to regular reading now. It's okay.
Okay, cool.
That's the
Third.
end. That's the end of the eternal conversation.
Fuck. They do a bit more, I think.
No, the music's gone, so it's back to shorter conversations at least.
Yep.
I'm sure the chip into your watch, the memory erasure device, is now functional.
Oh, Squid, I believe this is still yours. Your father put it in your hands for a reason. Point towards your target and activate it.
I understand. We're almost near the end. Let's go destroy Maddie.
Where to find it? Attach the tracking device to Rahu. It's transmitting. We'll know where Rahu is.
Let's hurry. With every passing second, Rahu continues to weaken. It's still evolving.
It always does. God damn it!
Before Rahu evolves, these circling shots, man. It's especially drawn to negative feelings, hatred, envy, greed. That's very stereotypical.
So it learns from those?
It absorbs that mental energy. Uses it to fuel its metamorphosis.
That's super weird. So that's why it looked different every time we've seen it.
It's not just its appearance that's changing, it's growing stronger with each evolution.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
Rise will erase Rahu's genetic memory so it stops evolving. I fear that Rahu's resting now, preparing for its next evolution. We can defeat it if we erase its memory and eliminate its advantage.
Let's go!
It's a go!
Thank God.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think this is the longest chain of people you'd get. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god.
Oh man!
Ooh, the mega group. You guys group up.
Come on.
Group up.
There's business.
Go team! Okay, let's go.
Touch dicks, everyone.
Marcy is but I don't have. We all know you have a deck, Marcy.
But Mira does. Mira does for sure.
You just wait. He won't wake up for a while. We'll focus on Rahu, not Oboro. Let's hurry. Why don't I stomp his dick off real quick, just to be sure? Just give it a good old boot.
Let's bail. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I really have to walk all the fucking way out of here.
Yep.
Just down
Good
here.
thing you have to do that twice.
Yeah, it's true.
And try to go in the bathroom or go the other way. See what happens.
Sorry.
This is probably just a shortcut back, honestly. Yeah.
Looks like the my lock is broken. Like
Never mind. I lied. Just swoop on through everyone. Although it would be way worse if they collided with
Yeah,
you.
well,
Because you
that's
would
so
totally
annoying.
get stuck.
Well, he's unconscious. I know you're concerned, but why would I be concerned? He's that dick.
Fuck it. Nah, just
Do
just
we really
go.
have different lines for all of those? I can make Harry a ski if I'm real careful.
A little bit. A little bit.
Just like for a couple seconds.
There you go.
I wonder if you tried to leave those researchers alone. I bet it would have stopped you.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
That's the locker room. I'm sure we'd all take a chance to freshen up after all this fighting.
We just don't have time. No, correct.
There's no time.
You're a tall motherfucker.
Think you so cool? You ain't shit.
Shit. You hitting on my girl? You hitting on my girl, Marcia? But what? No. Why
She's
would
my
I?
sister. I know how this works.
I know how it goes. You Japanese sicko.
Aren't we all yet? What country are we in?
We're in the last country. I don't need to go that
Fuck
way.
it.
That'll be the same shit, just
Rehashed.
Yep. Everyone, please follow me. There's a tracking device to locate Robo. Got
I'm
it.
counting on you, sir.
Let's move. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Up across the building. Nathan, it's like you knew.
well. Maybe I did.
Maybe. Man, what a creepy place. It's an abandoned theme park.
It's a great place for our final stuffs.
What's this
What
place?
is this place?
I don't know much about the world before Rob came, but I think this is some sort of amusement park.
It's an amusement park. I think it was designed as a place for people to have fun, judging by the odd look of the buildings. It doesn't look so fun.
I don't look all amusing to me.
Yeah. This is amusing. It's been reduced to
Rubles. It's been reduced to rubles.
Oh, new.
It's money.
No rubles. Have a chance.
Gotta go. Hold it! It's Phoenix Wright again.
Oh man.
Fuck.
One of our borrowers, lawyers.
Okay, what are you doing here with the police squad? We found Oboro unconscious in the hideout. Did you do that?
So Ray did it.
I merely hit him.
That's fucking badass.
What up, you traitor?
What are you talking about? Did you see he looks slightly worried and wide-eyed in that last picture? Like,
Just
oh.
a wee bit.
Borrow are the ones who corrupted our leader's vision.
Who ruined all that Z stood for.
So what does he stand for? Hey, Sergey, what does he stand for? People in the park want to know.
I have some people asking all about it.
Quit posturing.
Too late for us to join up with Elias, but we've had a better idea. We'll now who ourselves and seize control of the
God.
syndicate. We're faceless morons.
This is the splinterest splinter group ever.
I know, right?
Got your back, Sergey.
Eric, I see a Squid. Let's go.
Fucking battle royale, dude.
It's a 5-on-5. Wait,
That would be the coolest shit. That would be so
That would
cool.
need to be a huge
Now you're just
arena.
fighting some guy.
One-on-one. What is
What is he? What's his gun? He's got the. Oh God! Give me your gun.
Yeah.
Give me your fucking
Please give
gun.
us Afterburner. That'd be great. What do I want to use?
Afterburner with Little Raider is the coolest shit. Don't use Meteor Storm. It's not great.
No, I'm not. Don't worry. This time I'm being a pink little girl.
Oh,
And what do I want to use?
I don't know. Use three-way, you good dick.
You almost called me a cunt.
No.
It's okay. I don't really care.
You can deal with it.
I had to use the gender-appropriate insult.
How could you call
Formula.
Yeah, my brain stopped for a second.
Yeah, formula.
Louis, how dare you call someone their genitals? What a dick.
God damn it.
As Conan says. Give me low number. Oh, he has a low number.
Shoot him
Shoot him
quick! Sword Storm? That's not a good, like, close range fuck you weapon. Oh, shit, Afterburner.
Give me that gun.
Oh my god!
You are not the brightest crayon in the box, buddy.
I'm triggering to think I'm a moron. I was only pretending to be retarded.
It was a ruse all along.
Oh my god! What is that motherfucker?
If I can just wait around for him to do that a bunch of times. What a clever ruse.
Just put yourself in the corner and he kills himself.
He has no idea how to avoid this. He's freaking out. Go back in there. That was funny the last time.
Oh man, 3 times, dude.
Wait down. Yeah, that's right. No, the first one wasn't funny.
Oh, okay, I see.
Don't you know how fighting works?
Why are you even using the bomb for the pods? I didn't even click. Do it.
They help zone him.
Oh, so you won't get it all on your thing.
Yeah, because when he gets close, that's when I'm in trouble with something.
You'll notice the afterburner, just like it's, as its name implies, it just waits for a bit and then zooms on in. So with the little Raider models, you can just like
you slide shot
even
him
track.
corners. It's great.
Yeah, it's fucking fun.
It is.
2 HP.
Come on,
Versus your
guys.
900
Stop
HP.
it.
Well, that was uneventful.
Not even a thing. Don't worry about it. I'm a Raider girl.
Dibs.
You will have it.
X gonna give it to you. What?